Chipping basics. This is such an important little shot. Perfect for when you're a little bit too far off to putt, pin is back. You can also use this same technique if you're in the trees and you want to punch it out low, or if you just want to run a low shot into the green. So if you're a little bit too far off to putt and the pin is back, then this little chip and run shot is the shot for you. Use an 8 or a 9 or even a 7 if the pin's quite well back. I've got a little system that I will link below that you can use to help you know where to land each club. Or if you want to keep it really simple, if you're a newish golfer, you could just pick one club, and I would suggest the 8. But either way, the technique is really, really important. So it's all in the setup. 2 things only that you need to remember. Weight onto the front foot, gripping down the grip. So that's pretty much all you need to remember. Now, a lot of people ask about ball position. Now, I like to just keep it centre with this shot because it's easier to remember, one less thing to think of. However, some people do teach with the ball back, and that just encourages that low shot. But if you're already using an 8 or a 7, it's going to come out low anyway. So it's just one less thing to think about, I always find. So when you're out on the course and you're thinking, right, what's my setup for chipping? 2 things is easier to remember than 3, so I always say weight left and grip down. Now, once you're in that position, it's very straightforward. Y back, Y through. Now, the Y is the arms and the club. You want to transport your Y back and through intact. In other words, we don't want the Y to break down. So it's a shoulder shot. If I stop using my shoulders, that's when the hands and arms have to work. That's when you'll scull it over the back or you hit the ground before. You'll just basically mishit it. So Y shape back, Y shape through. With this shot here, I've only got a pitching wedge because I left my 8 iron somewhere. So this one I would need to toss up a bit further because it won't run as far. But as I said before, you can kind of use all different clubs. Just experiment with them so you know what the different clubs do in each situation. But the pitching wedge will not run as far as the 8. So I'm setting up, I'm using my Y, and you can see that with the pitching wedge, it's going to land about halfway and run about halfway. Depends on the speed of the greens, uphill, downhill, things like that. But essentially, leaning left, gripping down, Y back, Y through. It's really important to get this position on your follow through rather than this. If you try and scoop it up, that's when you'll get in big trouble with all your short shots around the green. So that's your chipping basics. Keep it really simple, practice it a bit, and you shouldn't really have a problem with chipping.